Chapter 1, Organization Development. Presented by Group 1.
Transform. Grow. Improve. Innovate. A world characterized by an environment of volatility, uncertainty, complexity and ambiguity, the daunting challenge faced by organizations is to adapt rapidly at the same pace or better yet, ahead of the changes. To enable this response, organizations must strengthen their internal capability to support the adaptation process. Not to do so renders an organization incompetitive or even irrelevant. It is where the organization development (OD) has grown increasingly. What is OD? Organization development is a discipline and a field of practice that originated in parallel movements in North America and England almost 6 decades ago. Over the years, numerous definitions of OD and its goals have evolved. Definition of organization development. According to French and Bell, 1999, 25-26. OD is defined as top management supported, long-range effort to improve an organization's problem-solving and renewal processes, particularly through a more effective and collaborative diagnosis and management of organizational culture with the assistance of a consultant facilitator and the use of the theory and technology of applied behavioral science including action research. According to Burke, 1992, 12. OD is a planned process of change in an organization's culture through the utilization of behavioral science technologies, research and theories. According to Bennis, 1969, 2. Describes the goal of OD as a response to change, a complex educational strategy intended to change the beliefs, attitudes, values and structure of organizations so that they can better adapt to new technologies, markets, and challenges and the dizzying rate of change itself. According to BECKHARD, 1969, 9. Defines OD in terms of outcomes and distinct characteristics. Organization development is an effort planned organization-wide managed from the top, to increase organization effectiveness and health through planned interventions in the organization's processes using behavioral science knowledge. According to Porras and Robertson, 1992, 720. For them, OD is a set of behavioral science-based theories, values, strategies, and techniques aimed at the planned change of the organizational work setting for the purpose of enhancing individual development and improving organizational performance through the alteration of organizational members' on-the-job behaviors.
From the previous definitions, the following themes may be extracted.
OD is planned, long-term change process that is supported, catalyzed or driven by top management leaders. It draws from a body of diverse disciplines from the behavioral and administrative sciences to various management practices. The target of OD is the total system and its interdependent parts. The change initiative involves education or reorientation designed to develop values, attitudes, and change behaviors as well as norms. The OD approach is diagnostic and actions are data-based. It employs participative methods, founded on values of collaboration, participation, and employee empowerment. It is typically guided by a change agent whose primary role is that of a facilitator and coach rather than a subject matter expert. The overall goal of OD interventions is to support the growth, overall effectiveness, and health of the organization and the people within. Management Consulting vs. OD. According to BECKHARD, 1969, the goal of OD in particular, is not just organization effectiveness or performance but also organization health and sustainability. Management consultants typically take on the role of expert advice givers, focus on solutions. The goal is to directly help the organization versus practitioners typically take on the process facilitator. Educators design and facilitate the process where solutions or improvement are collaboratively identified and implemented. The goal is to help organizations help themselves.
And now let's proceed to the organization development process. According to Cummings and Worley 2009, a straightforward presentation of OD process is a cycle of entering and contracting, diagnosing and giving feedback, planning and implementing change, and evaluating and institutionalizing change. Entering and contracting happens once the need for change is recognized. According to Cummings and Worley 2009, the OD process begins with someone recognizing the need for change. The recognition and legitimization of the need for OD prompts the selection of a change agent who will facilitate the process. This change agent may be internal or external to the organization.
Good day, it's me, Christine Caris Bacalso Alangilan from BSB 3, and my assigned topic is all about action research, social construction, and complexity. So, what is action research? So, action research may involve obtaining data from organizations' external environment, such as the perspective of stakeholders as well as the emerging threats of opportunities. Diagnostic data may also provide internal information. Moreover, diagnosis can also be conducted in a way that identifies possible solutions and implementations strategies. An important consideration on action research. In the context of organizational development, practitioners work with members of organization collaboratively during the research process, and it is critical to involve people affected by the change of process of action research inside and outside the system, because it builds critical thinking and analysis, and so people can learn from each other, and knowledge also build capacity of internal resource and prevent organization from being dependent on external consultants. Next is social construction. So, social construction theory assumes people create and construct reality. Individual is unique and organizational are human organization. Concomitantly, perspective of what needs to be done and improve an organization may differ depending on how asked. One-off shot social constructionists the development of methods and intervention where the foundation is dialogue, since discourses, narratives, and metaphors may introduce different perspectives change. One criticism of OD has been it focuses on problems such as dialogic approaches discussed earlier have focused on opportunities for growth rather than what is wrong with organization. So lastly, the complexity. So complexity perspective challenge tradition theories of organization, development, and change. So chaos reigns where there is either agreement or nor certainty, such as case the rule of organization development practitioner is to ensure the organization stays with the edge of chaos. However, when the problems are complex, there is a need to convene people to engage in dialogues to understand and seek patterns that may drive solutions. Another implication of complexity approaches is the speed in which audit is done. Diagnosis and action planning can be long drawn out process, especially in large organizations. Organization development can be useful in building a culture or organization, addressing power differentials and maximizing internal staff's engagement and empowerment. Because chaos and complexity create anxiety. And that's all. Thank you.
Let us discuss about the core theories in OD. OD, as it is practiced today, is an amalgamation of different disciplines like psychology, management, sociology, and natural sciences. What is planned chance? A critical component in OD is the ability to systematically plan and implement chance. One of the first concepts about the process of chance came from Kurt Lewin, 1951, who is regarded as a founding father of OD. He describes the process of chance in terms of 3 steps. Number 1, unphrasing. Faced a dilemma or disconfirmation, the individual or group becomes aware of a need to change. Number 2, changing. The situation is diagnosed and new model of behavior are explored and tested. Number 3,
Good day everyone. Today, we will discuss about a brief history of organization development. It is emerged in West, especially in United States and also in United Kingdom. During this period, parallel significant knowledge started taking place in two parts of the world. A psychological orientation in the US focused on individual and work groups, and sociological orientation in the United Kingdom focused on the workplace and larger systems. The euphoria brought about by the victory of Good day everyone. Our topic for today is all about organizational development today. It continuously growing field, bringing about a simultaneous change in people as well as technology, had been born and then grow in the era of the 50s, which caused it to reflect a humanistic orientation. It's been decades of 28th century, its acceptance and adoption in the business experienced a bit of rough sailing. It also built capacity to change and achieve greater effectiveness. It also collaborative action planning and implementation of interventions. Now, what is organizational development? Organizational development is an important aspect of how organizations work, grow, and execute organizational change. Organizational development, or OD, is an effort that focuses on improving an organization's capability through the alignment of strategy, structure, people, rewards, metrics, and management processes. It is a science-backed interdisciplinary field rooted in psychology, culture, innovation, social sciences, adult education, human resource management, change management, organization behavior, and research analysis and design.